Alright, let's see if this shit fucking worked. I haven't tried to stream in a fat minute. Let me just fucking... If Spotify would like to open, that would be great. That'd be wonderful. Let me share out this podcast real quick. Alright, let me just tweet it out. I am trying to get music started. Spotify's wanting to be kind of gay right now. Spotify application is not responding. Well, no shit. Okay, let me just see if Spotify wants to open yet. Alright, I just have to share it to a Discord, and then we will get started with the podcast. Yes, I agree. Okay. Let's might as well just get started. If Spotify does decide to open up at some point, which it probably won't. Oh, it's actually opening up right now. That's good. What do we want to listen to for the podcast? Some chill, non-copyright shit, probably. That'd probably be what's best. This is so unorganized, but that's fine. No copyright sounds. Hopefully I don't get something like super fucking bassy. And hopefully you all can hear me. That'd be pretty pog. Actually no, I have a whole ass playlist ready for this. We got 4 viewers already. Say hi in the chat, guys. Because this is a podcast, I'm probably not going to be focused on reading chat. I'm probably just going to be talking. Let's just hit play. That's a little... Okay. We'll have that playing in the background. But yeah, welcome. This is Porter's X2 podcast. It's gone through a couple different name changes. The Bradcast, Porter's X2. But this is episode 10 of the podcast. And if you guys are new here, pretty much, normally we have a guest. Today I decided to do a solo podcast. Haven't really done a solo podcast yet, so I don't really know how this is going to go. I'm going to do my best. I would have gameplay up, but the gameplay kind of... I'm not using my laptop. If I was using my laptop, I'd have gameplay up, but right now you just get to look at my beautiful picture right there. But yeah, let's get started. There's going to be 2 main topics for this podcast. First one being tips for up and coming YouTubers. Next is going to be mental health awareness, kind of like what I've been going through because I've been gone for a bit. And I know a lot of you have noticed that. I've gotten tweeted at. I've gotten like questions asked in Discord. But yeah, this isn't like me officially saying that I'm coming back. This is just something that I wanted to do because I like the podcast. The podcast is neat. The podcast is always fun to do. So let's start off, I guess, let's talk about up-and-coming channels and what is like the best to do for an up-and-coming channel. Now, the huge thing, biggest part of it, is consistency and motivation. You have to have motivation. You have to like what you're doing. You have to like the content that you're producing. And you have to be motivated to do it. They go hand in hand. Consistently upload and be motivated. Like, I kind of sound sped, but pretty much. And that's it's a big reason why I haven't been uploading, because I do like what I'm uploading. I do like my videos, but I don't really have the motivation as much as I used to anyway, to post videos. Like my motivation kind of died, I want to say last year. If you were with me last year, you saw that I was streaming a bunch of zombies. Or was it 2 years ago? I can't even remember now. I was streaming a bunch of zombies. Like every night was a zombie stream. I would stream. It was a month. I got like 80 hours stream time, and my channel started growing a lot from that. But there was a thing with my internet provider. I couldn't stream anymore. And after that, I was producing videos, but because I couldn't stream and because like I couldn't upload as much, it kind of negated the feeling of me wanting to upload. So I decided to take a break, not do daily uploads, not do all of that, and it kept de-escalating from there. Eventually, it just kept adding on. I just kept not wanting to upload, and there's a catch some money. You tell me. And a call. All right, have a good night, Cody. But yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons I wasn't uploading, and why I still don't upload. Like, the vlogs are really fun, don't get me wrong, and if it wasn't for the 4th of July vlog, I'd still be posting a bunch of them. Now, I'm not saying that I'm done posting vlogs, I just haven't really had time to make vlogs, because, okay, first of all, if you don't know what happened with the 4th of July vlog, pretty much it's a vlog I put hours into, filmed a bunch of stuff, spent hours editing it, and only for YouTube to take it down, and every time I tried to appeal it, they just gave me a strike. I think I got like 1, maybe 2 strikes from that. I think those are gone because that was almost a year ago, and strikes only stay for a couple of months before they're wiped. But that kind of deterred me from making vlogs. Now, like I said, don't get me wrong, vlogs are super fun to make, but I don't want to make vlogs and then just have them get taken down. There's no point. That's just getting rid of a bunch of hard work that I put in. And I don't make any of these videos to blow up. I do this as a hobby. That's another thing for new creators is, unless you absolutely know that you can do it. Okay, yeah, you can believe in yourself, but if you're not growing, I would say to just do it as a hobby. Don't give up on doing it. Don't do that at all. I'm not trying to deter you from uploading, but straight up, just don't try to make a living out of it if you're not growing. Yeah, you can network and stuff, and it can take a really long time. Maybe try streaming. Streaming is always a good thing to do. Upload videos on YouTube, stream on Twitch. You get double exposure that way. That's a really good thing to do. But if you don't see yourself doing it as a career, don't grind super hard for it, because there's no point in you grinding that hard if you don't think you're going to be able to make a career out of it. That's kind of my mindset with this right now. I don't think I'm going to be able to make a career out of this. I don't really plan on making a career out of this. I mean, if it happens, let's say I fucking blow up one day, sure, I'll do it. But until then, I'm going to be treating this as a hobby. Yeah, it's fun to do every once in a while. My flair for it is disappeared for doing it consistently. But that's another big thing that I want these smaller creators, well, smaller, same amount of following as I do, because I only have 300 subs. But yeah, and another thing that you're going to receive is a lot of hate. There's a lot of hate that circulates with the online, with the internet, and anything that you post, any platform that you're on, you're going to receive a shit ton of hate. Now, this is either going to come from friends, this is going to come from, let's say you're in middle school or high school, or even elementary school, and you have someone bullying you, and they find out you have a channel. You're going to end up getting bullied a lot more than what you normally did, because they're like, oh, yeah, that kid, he's fucking gay. He has a channel, only has 50 subs. What a loser. He's never going to reach PewDiePie. That's the shit that's going to happen. And you have to learn to just take that and ignore it. Yeah, it's really hard. Don't get me wrong. I've had to deal with it. There was points where I just wanted to delete my channel because of the amount of hate I got. But as you can see, I'm still here. And that's just part of it. That's a big part of anything you do. Anything you do, there's going to be stuff to deter you from doing that. With social media or anything like that, that's going to be hate. Oh shit. Okay. Now I can't really like give a lot of tips. I can only like say what I've known and what I've learned over the past, I don't know, like 5 years of having this channel. As you can see, only 300 subs in 5 years. That's not the best. So like I said, take my advice with a little like grain of salt. But I think I've learned like quite a bit over like researching what to do. My only problem was, like I said, even though I know what I should be doing and I have the like means to do it, I just don't see myself doing it. I don't see myself just being able to stay with it and being able to like actually do it. Now, we'll probably get back to some tips. I do plan on this being like a decently long podcast, an averagely long podcast, you know, try to reach for an hour. I don't really know. So this being a solo podcast, it might only be 30 minutes. We'll see. But I want to get into the mental health side of things, and that's another part of like the reason why I haven't been able to stream, or not stream, the reason why I haven't wanted to stream, and the reason why I like haven't really been around in social media. Yeah, I post every now and then on Twitter, but other than that, I don't really do much with social media as I used to. And some of you do know this, and this is like not as big of a factor because I still wasn't uploading that much. February 24th, 2021, around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I think it was like 12:30, my dad died. Now, I'm not saying this to get any type of reaction from anybody listening. I'm only saying this to be, like I said, if you've watched any of my other story times, I try to be completely transparent with my audience as I can. I want you guys to know everything. Well, not like super personal shit. Like, I don't want you to know like the hooker I had sex with last week, but I want you to know like what's been going on in my life. And so yeah, February 24th, 2 days away from my birthday, he passed away. Now, we knew this was going to happen. We knew exactly what was going on. We've known for about, has it been a little over a year that we've known? Pretty much what had happened was I think that's my cat trying to get in. He developed skin cancer, and I kind of knew right away what it was because I saw the thing forming. I don't even know what to call it, like blister kind of. I saw that forming, tried telling him and my mom to check it out, but my dad, if you knew him, he was stubborn, so he didn't really want to get it checked out, and eventually got to a point where it was too late to really fix. He had surgeries here and there to fix it, but it ended up just spreading. That, like, if you know cancer, if you've had to deal with it, first, I'm sorry. Second, you know how it works. It's ass. It's just complete ass. It ransacks the body. Yeah. So hold on. Let me let my cat in real quick, because you're gonna hear a bunch of scratching on a door. Come on, Rocco. Get in. All right. Looks like we do have a guest for this podcast. His name is Rocco. Everybody say hi to Rocco. He's kind of an ass. I'll try to have him on my lap so he doesn't try to shut anything off. But yeah, this is Rocco. He's touching the mic. I know you guys can't see him. But yeah, that's a big thing that was happening, and there's more to it than just that. Like I said, I wasn't uploading even before that. It has a lot to do with just anxiety and depression and just stuff like that. Now, that's part of the reason I wasn't motivated, is because I want to say around the time COVID hit and I wasn't going to school anymore, I was just in bed. Even before that, every time I'd get home from school, I'd go straight to bed and I wouldn't really do anything. And if you were friends with me at the time, you probably knew this because like I didn't text a lot. But I would just go straight to bed. I'd go to school, I'd wake up, eat, go to school, go to bed. And that was pretty much my schedule for a long time. And then when COVID hit and school got shut down, yeah, I'd hang out with my friends every now and again until like shit got shut down for like a long time. Then I decided to just go to bed because there's nothing to do. I don't like, for me, there's no point in, if you have nothing to do, just sleep. That's still kind of the mindset I have. I try not to do it as much. I try to stay awake and do stuff, because I have found that doing stuff, even like forcing myself to do stuff, does make me a little bit happier. Like forcing myself to hang out with people, or like, well, not forcing myself to hang out with people, but you know what I mean, like forcing myself to go out, even though I might not want to, even though I might want to stay in and sleep. I still force myself to do it, because I know that in the end I'm going to be happier with that decision than I would be just like laying in bed not doing anything. And you know, sometimes that has helped. Sometimes there has been times where it's fucked me over. Like, okay, a huge thing with me is that, you know, I don't even know how to put it. Let's see. I tend to, I don't know, make friends easily, but like not in a good way. Because okay, let's say I'm talking to this girl, right? Let's say we hit it off, we talk. There's a check. Okay, sorry, Rocco fucking unplugged my mic. Like I said, he's an ass. But let's say I'm talking to this girl, like I said, within the first couple of days, I'm probably gonna end up catching feelings if we hit it off. And that is another problem that I have. I'm sure there's other people that happens with. And this is hard to talk about, because I don't really know like how to word things. Normally with these podcasts I have like topics with like games and stuff, but when it comes to like personal shit like this, it's a little bit difficult, and I choke on my words. So if you hear me like saying a lot, I'm sorry. That's just know, normally when you watch these podcasts, if you decide to go back, Rocco, come back over here. If you decide to watch the other ones, I talk fairly smooth. This is just yeah, you know, getting a little bit out of my comfort zone. Like I said, I try to be transparent, but like I said, I don't really like talking about myself that much. That's what makes this a little bit more difficult, and it probably won't be like a full podcast episode. But anyways, yeah. So I talk to a girl. We hit it off. I catch feelings within the first couple of days, and then that's when anxiety kicks in. And I know, like, not I wouldn't really say my friends, but I do know guys that as soon as they catch feelings and that anxiety hits, it's fucking ass, because all that's running through your head is, bro, they don't like you back, or bro, I wonder if they like you back, and you're just you're terrified to make a move. You're scared to, because you don't want, you're scared of getting rejected. Now, let's say I ask the girl to go out, she says yes, I'm like, yo, let's go. And then the anxiety of, oh no, she might leave, she might get bored of me, kicks in. And that's I would think that actually kind of sucks a bit more. It's weird. It gets progressively worse as you go on, and I think some people do know what I'm talking about. It's really it's a roller coaster. But yeah, so then the anxiety, let's say we go on a couple dates, we hang out a lot, we talk a lot. The anxiety can calm down for a little bit, especially if it's like a consistent like talking. But as soon as something happens, or they don't snap you as much, or you just like know that they don't want to talk to you anymore, that's when the separation anxiety kicks in. It's all a bunch of anxiety type shit. And this is for my people that do struggle with anxiety like me. Like I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to shit. By the way, this is based on true events. I wouldn't be able to say it if it wasn't, because I can't make up shit like this. But yeah, that's when that kicks in, and I'm kind of at the point right now where I don't really, okay, so I consider pain crying, like getting physically hurt crying, and emotionally hurt crying, completely different things, because it's just a body's response to, like, you know, getting hurt. So I haven't, like, pain crying, I haven't done in a while. Emotional, like, drain crying, I haven't done in a while either. That's only because, like, I really don't know what's a good way to put it. I don't really have a good reason to cry anymore. if that's the right way to put it. I know some of y'all will know what I'm talking about. But okay, let's say, so back to the girl. Back to like that analogy. Let's say I invest a lot of time into a relationship, because time being the only like thing that's guaranteed. Okay, Rocco's gonna start. Okay, give me just a second, guys. Let me just kick Rocco out, because he's gonna start trying to unplug stuff. Rocco, come here. Come here. I know, but you're gonna start unplugging stuff like you always do. Oh, a little bit of technical difficulties there. Where was I? Someone in chat remember where I was, if you're still watching. Somewhere along the line. Oh yeah, time, investing time and shit. Time being like the only thing that, if it's gone, it's gone. You can't give somebody back time, at least not yet. It hurts to lose it. And by lose it, I mean, let's say you invest a lot of time into talking to someone, you invest a lot of time into, a relationship. I don't know. You invest a lot of time into hanging out with them, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like you even drive them to the airport at 4 a.m, and out of nowhere, they just end up stopping. They don't just stop talking to you, and you don't get a reason why. They just stop. And after all that time that you've invested, after the months that you invested, after all the shit that you've done, after all the miles of gas that you wasted and all the miles you put on your car for them, it's just wasted. At that point, like there's nothing you can do. That time that you spent is gone. Yeah, it's gonna sound like shit, but you have to move on, because if you take time to dwell on it, it's just gonna eat at you. And like I said, that's kind of like a similar situation I'm in right now. Yeah, it fucking hurts and I fucking hate it, but at this point there's nothing I can do. And yeah, that's another reason like haven't been uploading, not because of like this whole situation, because this whole situation happened within the span of like 2 weeks. And as you know, I haven't been uploading for, I don't know, when was my last video? Like 3 months ago? It's been something like that. But I just want to bring awareness to, not here. Yeah, here's the awareness part. I'll stop talking about myself for a second. A lot of people in the United States, and like a lot of people in general, suffer from depression. It's sadly very common, pretty much everywhere, I would say. And people that have been depressed for a very long time know how to hide it. They know how to trick people into thinking that they're not depressed, and they know how to get around certain things. Like someone can look super happy, and they don't want to be here anymore. Like for example, there was a time in my life where I didn't want to be here anymore, and I tried to prevent myself from being here. I don't want this podcast to get taken down, but that's what happened. I tried to prevent myself from being here, and that's another thing that sucks about like this whole thing is, yeah, even though I don't want to be here, I consider doing that thing where your game ends a pussy move, because not only are you affecting yourself, you're affecting all the people around you. You, like I said about the time thing, you say you do that, all the people that invested time in you and all the people that were talking to you, all of their work, not really their work, but all of that time that they spent with you is gone. They can't get that back. All it is memories, and at that point you don't want to have those memories, because those memories just hurt. And I'm a pretty stubborn person, like my pops. Like I said, I consider it a pussy thing to do, at least for me. I know some people consider it an out. So if I like, yeah, it's a thought, like, oh, what if I just did this? But it's not something that I see myself actually do. Now, if it happens, like, let's say, oh, slipped off a bridge, oh, then, oh, shit, it happens. Like, if someone fucking shoots me, like, oh, then, oh, shit, I guess I'm gone. But it's not something I'm gonna, like, try to make happen, you know what I mean? Unlike some people that I know that have, I'm not gonna name any names, but I do know people that have taken their lives, and I do know people that have been in the hospital for trying to take their lives, and it's not fun. It's not pretty. It's not something that you really want to experience or be around. It's just sad. And getting into like happier things, getting into like smarter things that you should do, especially things with people for anxiety or depression or less, is don't really try to rely on other people unless you absolutely 100% know that you can. Don't try to just rely on others. Try to rely on yourself. Yes, you could use others for help. That's completely different. But as to like fully rely on people to do things for you, don't do that. For example, there's only about 4-ish people that I know I can completely rely on and that like I trust. And you've heard their names before. It's Cody, Owen, Jerem, and Joe. And I know I'm probably forgetting total probably 6 people like in total in my life that I can rely on. And I don't even have my mom on this list. I don't even have my sister on this list. But those people I know I can rely on. They've been there for me. They haven't left. And that's another thing is, bro, I need to get water or something. Shit. But that's just another thing is people leaving. People are always going to leave except for those people that do decide they want to stay, like those 4 that I listed. They've decided that they want to stay, even though like probably annoying as fuck to them sometimes. Like for me, I always think that I'm annoying. I think that's just something that I am, something that I try to change. But you know, shit happens. And but if they stay, then keep them. Allow yourself to rely on those people. But for people that you don't know you can rely on and end up fucking you over in the end, don't even like let yourself open up fully to them. Because if you do and they end up not being like, let's say they haven't like proved themselves to you, they haven't proved that they could be trusted, chances of you just getting hurt skyrocket. Chances of them using what you told them against you skyrocket. And it just turns into this cycle that I don't really want like a lot of people being in, and it sucks. It's not fun. It's not a fun thing to happen. It's not a fun thing to be in. It's just trust like I don't even know. I'm just rambling at this point. Let's try to get back on topic. What was this podcast about again? Oh yeah, that shit. I had to reread the title. But yeah, pretty much just allow yourself to rely on the people that you know you can rely on, but as soon as it comes to someone that, like the girl analogy that I was using, someone like that, don't try to rely on them, because as soon as they're gone and you know they're not coming back, it's that person that you used to rely on, you can't do what you used to do. You can't talk to them, even though no matter how much you would want to, you can't. That's why you shouldn't. Okay, new thing. I'm gonna stop saying relying. I probably said that like 50 times in the past 2 minutes. Let's switch to a different topic. I've already talked about mental health a good chunk in this podcast. I'm gonna go grab some water really quick. Give me like 10 seconds. My throat's dry from all this talking. Hey Space, hey Derpy, how you guys doing tonight? I'm just gonna grab some water real quick. Ah, that tastes so much better. I have water. My throat feels better now. Okay, we're good. But yeah, I guess the point is you can't rely on females. No, I'm just kidding. That's just been my situation. Let's get into a new part of the podcast. If you are still watching, it says we have it says we have 2 and we have 4 concurrent viewers. Say hi in the chat if you guys have any questions. I guess we can do that now. It's been a good 30 minutes of just me talking. Like I said, this is a live podcast, so it's not really the same. If you guys want to chat, now would be the time to do it. Yeah, I'm open to any questions. I like questions. Space is stupid. You know, that is very factual. No, I'm just kidding, Space. No, he kind of is. Space is special. But yeah, how's you guys' night going? I'm done with just talking about myself. Let's talk about you guys. If you guys have any experiences that you want to that you guys want to talk about with females, or if you want to talk about with like mental health and what's helped you, feel free to put it in the chat. And yeah, this is the time that I would talk to you guys. This isn't, like I said, this isn't a normal podcast, because normally they're pre-recorded and there's other guests, but it's just me. It's just your friendly neighborhood Brad, your broken Brad. But yeah, it's getting kind of late. I'm getting kind of tired. Space is special in his own way. That's also factual. How you guys feel about the new Zombies map? I think it's kind of bad. I haven't actually played it yet, so I can't have an opinion. But yeah, we have reached the 30-minute mark. If anybody does want to say anything, say it now. Otherwise, I'll probably end it soon. This is the chance to just ask any questions you want to ask. Any topics you guys do want to hear about. I pretty much talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Because it is just me, I can't really bounce ideas off of another person. So it is like half of a podcast. Like if there were 2 people here, this would have definitely reached an hour. Maybe I'll get someone on the next podcast, and we can make it long and make it more interesting. Because I know my voice is hot and all, but ooh, can I see participants? I can. We got Derpy, Denny, Space. Anyway, guys, that's probably going to be the end of this podcast. If you did enjoy, please make sure to drop a like. If you are watching this after it's streamed, sorry if like you heard me talking to chat. I know it's probably awkward. But yeah, this has been the end of the Porter X210. Is Derpy special? Derpy's more than special. Let's just say that. Anyway, guys, this is Brad signing off with Porter's X2, episode 10. I can't believe we made it to 10 episodes of this. Gonna try to upload a little bit more. Always the same excuse, but work has been a little bit of a bitch. Anyway, guys, have a good night. I'll see you in the next one.